Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to do a manhwa review actually of Bad Friends by Unko. Um, I have another series by this creator called 19. I have a review of that on my channel as well. I do highly recommend both of these titles if you like grittier sort of series. If you're into alternative manga, like this will be up your alley for sure. The art is very specific and stylized, and the story is very, very kind of dark and more focusing on the sort of grittier sides of life and lived experience. So this this story follows this young woman, and she's looking back on her time as a youth and her relationship with her friends, her family, the kind of troubles that she ended up getting into and some of her friends got into. And so there's a theme, obviously it's called Bad Friends, but there's a theme of friendship in here. There's a theme of like camaraderie and all of that stuff, but there's also some sadness and regret and all of these feelings that come with, like, you know, watching somebody around you struggle or take a path that is not necessarily safe, and then wondering as an adult where that person ended up, and if there was anything you could have done back then to prevent that person from going down that path. And I think that I just want to read just a little section at the top here. On the back of the book here, and it says, Bad Friends is an electrifying ode to the grit of adolescence and the way it gets trapped beneath your adult skin, grinding away at you decades after you've made your escape. That was just a review by this person, Alexandra Kleeman. I think that's an excellent description of this book, and definitely, to me, captivating. Yeah, this definitely has a lot of touchy subjects in it, a lot of abuse, some kind of insinuations of sex work, some drugs and different things, and homelessness and that sort of thing. So definitely not an easy read by any means, but 19 was sort of a similar vibe of just trying to find yourself as a young person, and, you know, feeling like the people around you, particularly the adults around you, don't understand, or if they're treating you horribly, like, how do you get out of a situation like that, and what are the alternatives? And sometimes the alternative is worse than the abuse you're experiencing at home, and so you kind of got to make a decision about which evil you'd rather deal with. But yeah, no, this is definitely a very compelling read. I think that Drawn and Quarterly, really grateful that they've released some works by this creator. I'm not sure if there are other works by this person. Certainly not released by Drawn and Quarterly anyway. These are the only two that I've seen. But yeah, that's kind of what the artwork looks like. That's just the inside of the front there. But yeah, it's definitely not an easy read, but I think it's a really compelling read, and it's definitely relatable in a lot of aspects, even if you've not gone through these specific things. I think that I think a lot of people can relate to the feelings of kind of thinking about your youth and thinking about the people that were around you, and particularly now with things like social media, where you can find a lot of the people that you used to know and kind of stalk them on the internet and see what they're up to. You know, sometimes you come across things or you hear things from people you are still in contact with about the people that used to be around you, and you're kind of either shocked or upset by the news you're hearing. And again, you look back and you wonder if you can see any of the signs of those things, or like, can you find the breadcrumbs that led to that person's reality that they're in now, and is there anything you could have done differently to prevent it? So I think a lot of those things are very real thoughts and feelings that a lot of people have, and I know for sure I can connect with that, absolutely. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth reading for sure. Like I said, if you really like alternative manga, this is one that I would highly suggest picking up. Drawn and Quarterly is a pretty legitimate publisher when it comes to things that are a bit more obscure. Really, really love the work that they do, and really try to pick up a lot of the stuff that they release, because it's pretty incredible, a lot of the stuff that they put out, and the creators that they are featuring. So yeah, Bad Friends, if you read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you have any suggestions of similar titles to this, I would absolutely love to hear them. But yeah, thanks for watching.